Alright guys, let's take a look at FARTCOIN on the channel for the first time. Now I do want to say that I'm not going to buy any FARTCOIN or anything like this, guys. It's just a very popular coin. It's up about 8 or 9% today, so I do want to take a look at it. But first I want to jump into the tokenomics, guys. Basically the max supply is only 1 billion. Now pretty much all of this is circulating, so it can't be diluted. That's a good thing, guys. Now, the all-time high was about $2.50, so you're only down about 55% at the moment. Now, most coins at this point, they're probably down at least, I would say, an estimate of about 80 to 85%. But if they're good coins, they're down less, of course. Now, this one is only down about 55%, but keep in mind, this is a fairly new coin still. Now, if we put this on a weekly time frame just to look back, it goes back to mid-November, so it isn't a very old coin, and it still really needs time. And a lot of these coins take a year and a half to really find their true bottom, but probably FARTCOIN has found its true bottom, I think. So let's look at this on a daily time frame once again. Now it is kind of trading in a channel. It's hit basically the bottom side, it's hit the top side. It almost hit the bottom side again, but now it's making a run towards the top side. So I think if it breaks this little channel that it's been in, so it means about $1.15, then you're probably going to see it test this resistance here at about $1.22. After that, you have $1.31, and then you have about $1.47. Now, keep in mind, these are all weekly resistances, so they're pretty strong resistances, guys. And yeah, so we do need to get through that. Now, let me look at the volume. I just want to see how much volume has really been traded in the visible range. Let's put this on a weekly time frame again real quick. Now, it is well above the point of control. Point of control sits about 33 cents, and this is at $1.10, guys. So way above it, and we're actually in the middle of this little candlestick here. But once we get above about $1.17, then the candlesticks just start to go down, basically. So yeah, that's a good thing, guys. So we do need to clear, what did I say, about $1.17, $1.18, and then I think our way up is going to be a little bit more smooth. Now looking at the stochastic and the RSI, guys, on the daily time frame, just getting overheated here on the stochastic, and the RSI looks like it's kind of flat here. Now if we look at the 4-hour time frame, getting overheated on the stochastic, and the RSI is kind of flat just under the overheated territory here, so kind of a mixed signal there. Now the 1-hour time frame, it looks like it's turned down here on the stochastic with the blue line, and the RSI is kind of going sideways. It is pointed slightly down right now, not really overheated. It's basically in neutral territory. So guys, just from that information here, from these 3 time frames, I just kind of think it's going to move sideways, honestly. Now taking a look at the Bollinger Bands as well, nothing is really pinching, so it's kind of wide, I would say here. Here you can see that it kind of pinched in, and you got this little run here. So this is really wide compared to that. We do need to see these pinch in a bit more. Now keep in mind, this is daily time frame. I'm not looking at the weekly because it's still not that old of a coin, and it really hasn't had a lot of time to print the Bollinger Bands on the weekly time frame. Now looking quickly at the MACD, guys, on the daily time frame, you can see if I zoom in, it's just actually starting to print some green candles, and this blue line has crossed the red line here, so it is coming up. So yeah, I do think we are in for some green candles, and yeah, I mean, all in all, guys, probably it's going to cool down, I would say, here in the short and medium term, but FARTCOIN as a whole probably is going to meet its all-time high again. Just like I said, it's only about 55% down at the moment, but if you take in all this information, guys, then yeah, I think FARTCOIN as a meme coin does have a shot. Now before I go a little farther in the video, guys, please check out some of the bonuses that I have on my favorite crypto exchanges below. You can see that I'm working with about 10 exchanges, guys, and I also have Moodix down here as well. You can get a free 7-day trial, and you can follow me on X right here, guys. Now looking at Bitcoin real quick, guys, you can see it's struggling with 107.250, unfortunately. Yesterday it also tried to push through this, and it just couldn't do it. So let's see what happens today, guys. Now, Ethereum, again, it's struggling too, but you know, it is holding actually kind of strong in a way. But it does need to get back into this flag. It needs to break this resistance here, and it needs to get above 25.06 and 25.52 before I think it's back off to the races for Ethereum. Now, taking a quick look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, guys, you can see it's just still kind of consolidating in this range. Not much has happened here. And CME futures closed at 107.485 on Friday. So we don't want to move too far away from this. Now, the dominance, guys, did come down the past couple of days. This is good news. But today already, you know, it just started this candle about an hour and 15 minutes ago. But it is starting green. So, you know, we do see, you know, 2 or 3 days usually of downturn, or maybe one very big day of a downturn, and then we get a push up. So I'm a little bit afraid that this green candle is going to be the start of another push up. Now looking at the USDT dominance, guys, we've already had a couple of days in a row that have been red. We're starting a third green candle here. So this is actually pretty good. We need people to spend their USDT. Now, the dollar index actually yesterday closed between 97.6 and 96.7. So it may do some consolidation between here. Now, the altcoin season index did jump up a little bit. It's at a 22 at the moment, but that's still not very high, guys. Now, the liquidation heat map, I don't think I've ever seen it this low, or maybe it's, you know, one of the lowest I've ever seen it, but 66 million have been wrecked in 24 hours. That's nothing. Now, the fear and greed index, guys, is a 68 today. Yesterday was a 65, so it did come up just slightly here a couple of hours ago, or less than a couple hours ago, actually. Bull market peak indicators, still 0 from 30. Now, I shouldn't say still. We did have an indicator that was hit the other day, but it says dominance. So now it shows 64.72, but I know we just looked at it and it was above 65, and that's what we need. I'm not sure where this is taking it from. But anyways, guys, at the moment it says it's not hit, so it's not hit. It's still 100% hold. Now, the best indicator, in my opinion, is the Pi Cycle Top Indicator. Still not even close to crossing, as you see here. Now, taking a look at the economic calendar, guys, this is all we have for this week. So we have consumer credit on Tuesday, Atlanta Fed GDP now on Wednesday, and the federal budget balance on Friday, guys. So nothing so important this week. It's really a dead week. I'm not sure if this is like every end of June, early July. Like this, but yeah, I don't remember it like this actually ever. Now, taking a look at the FedWatch tools, guys, you can see there's about an 81% chance that we're not getting a cut next month. There's about a 19% chance that we will get a cut, so let's see what happens. Trueflation is showing about a 2.19 inflation index here, so still, that's not that bad considering what's been going on with gas prices lately. And that's really what the Fed is pushing for, about a 2% inflation. So, again, what are they really waiting for? Now, crypto bubbles. Now, according to FedWatch tools, guys, it's about an 81% chance that we're not going to get a cut next month. There's still about a 19% chance that we're going to get a cut, so keep that in mind. Now, Trueflation is showing a 2.19% inflation. Not too bad considering what's happened with gas lately. And this is what the Fed is really pushing for. Now, looking at crypto bubbles on the daily time frame, actually looks pretty good today. If we take a look at Coinondo, guys, if you want to stake your coins, for example, Ethereum, 61 deals found here. And do your homework. You probably want to go to the exchange and check it out first before you send coins around. You can actually make mistakes and lose money that way if you don't check it out first. Be aware there are sometimes limits and things, and there's days that you have to lock up your coins. So you don't want to lock it up too much, guys, because you just don't know what's going to happen. For example, 360 days down the road, or even 180 days down the road. I wouldn't recommend it. You know, even 90 days is still a long time. So anyways, you do like you want, guys, but check out Coinondo if you want to stake any coins. And anyways, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.